Welcome everyone to Music Live episode 2. My name is Carla Verola, Carla V. I'm your host. And today we're going to have a special guest here today from Lina's Ristorante of Bloomingdale, New Jersey. And let's see, before we start the show, anyone know what this is? And this is my bling version of this. This is what you use to combat fear. We're going to be talking about fear and how we addressed fear at the beginning of this onset of this pandemic, and how we're going to continue to address it from a positive place. And without further ado, let's start the show. Welcome to Music Live. Music Live, the podcast about live music in the age of the pandemic. Our friends in the retail, healthcare, and music industry share their stories of hope and survival. And it's hosted by me, Carla V. Welcome everyone again. This is Carla Verola. So today we're going to be talking about fear and how our communities, at least locally here from the New York, New Jersey perspective, we are staring the pandemic down. And we're going to have special guests from Lina's Ristorante. I'm going to say that with an Italian accent. Sal Pags is going to be joining us in just a moment. I just wanted to talk to you guys, and I'm sure, see, this is my bling version of fear right here and staring down fear. This is the one I use when I sing in the nursing homes. Basically, back in March, we all had this question about what was going on, and it kind of swirled into this craziness, and everybody was panicked. And then I took ill, and later found out that I did have the virus. And one of the things that I chose to do, because you either have a yes or a no answer, right? Yes, I'm going to stare this down, or no, I'm staying in my house. I chose to, during the time when my mother was in her final days, I chose to go out there and continue performing for the nursing homes, the restaurants. And that was the way I chose to approach what was staring us in the face. And in turn, wound up being called a first responder. I'm going to have a healthcare worker who actually told me I was a first responder of sorts, because of the music that I was bringing to the nursing home clients and the patients. And they were just, oh my gosh, they were so in need of the music. And, so the purpose of Music Live is to bring on restaurants and artists and healthcare workers. And this first month is really about restaurants and how they're faring, and how they stare down this pandemic, and just get out there. They roll their sleeves up. They put this mask on, and they go and they take care of you guys, and we keep serving you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Sal. Sal, I'm going to give you a little applause. Let's bring Sal Pags on here. Yay, bravo, bravo.
Good afternoon, folks. Good afternoon. Nice to see you again, Carla.
Yes, nice to see you. Is your microphone up a little louder? I don't know if I can hear you too well.
Put a little louder.
Just a little louder. Yeah, I don't know if everyone can hear, but everyone, Sal and Lina.
Yeah, I have it loud. It's pretty loud.
Okay, you can hear it? Beautiful, beautiful. So Sal and Lina of Lina's Ristorante have, he's going to share the story of how they came to be. And then Sal, I want you to take us through the experience with the pandemic and, how you face those challenges down. Welcome.
Let me tell you, it's been quite a ride. It's been quite a 2020. It's been unbelievable. It's been crazy,
Absolutely.
To put it mildly. But so we were off Monday and Tuesday. That's when they shut everything down. If you remember, I think that was the March 15 or March 16. So we were closed Monday and Tuesday. So Lina and I went to work March 17. We left the house together We didn't know what to expect, to what we're doing, where we're going. It was a feeling we never had before. Here's a business that we have. Every morning we get up, we go there, we open the door, we know what to expect. We know more or less what to expect. Here we went there, me and Lina talked to each other, said, what are we going to do once we get there? We had no idea what we were going to do. That was the first day, which would have been for us, would have been March, I think in March 18, it would have been for us. And it was crazy. From there, it went right on. So right away, I follow the news. I follow what's going on. I knew I had to change my business plan. I had to attack this pandemic like I never attacked anything in my life for me to survive. Because it's not only about me, it's not only about Lina, it's about my workers and their families. So I have a big responsibility as a business owner to watch out for 10, 12 family members, kids. So we took an approach where they said no more dining, no more. So what I did, I went to takeout and delivery right away. I didn't wait 1 minute. As soon as that Wednesday started, I went on a Facebook Live and I said, folks, this is what Lina's restaurant is going to do for us to survive, for me to pay my bills, for me to pay my employees, for me to survive. I got to do this. So what I did, me and Lina made a decision in order for us to work. We spread the word right away that from Wednesday through Sunday, from 11 to closing, which then, if you remember, at that time was 8 o'clock. Am I correct? They took us back to 8 o'clock. What I did, I went and said, I'm going to give everybody 50% off the entire check, either when you pick up the food or when we deliver to you. And we had free delivery. Carla, I cannot tell you, I have 4 drivers. I never have drivers. I have 4 drivers, and the guys in the kitchen were busier than ever. We were delivering 15, 20 minutes, half hour away to everybody and everything. All the hospitals, all the nursing homes, we were delivering to everybody. So we worked with that model right until they opened outside on June 17th. And we're still doing it, but I cut it back to 25% because I still fell back because a lot of people lost their jobs. They weren't working. So I kept it 25%. So between those specials and between then, later on we talk about the music, I survived the pandemic because I took action right away because I couldn't let any of my workers go. As none of my workers were laid off. I kept everybody. They went home 8 o'clock, and I'm proud to say this is a fact. None of them cut their pay. I paid them for 4 hours, for 3 hours more than like they worked a regular day because they worked hard. So I'm very proud for doing that. The business was there. So my guys never got a penny less. I think they were working 3 hours less a day. So they were working 15 hours less. They still got the same paycheck. So that's how I attacked the pandemic. Of course, we did everything right. I went and I bought the thermometer. I bought out all that stupid disinfectant, which cost me $80 a gallon at that time. Remember that? The Clorox, wipers were going crazy, insane. I bought wipers. I bought this, and I spent all kinds of money. But for us, that to go, the catering to go worked, and it kept us in business, helped me save 10, 12 jobs and feed 12 families. And I was happy. Everybody was happy. And we delivered half hour away. And then, as you know, I'm a big giver. Everybody that knows me knows that I've done 10, 12 fundraisers at the restaurant. So I'm always helping out. So I came up with the idea to feed 1 nurse a day. Okay. Got that?
That's what I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you about that because I saw you got accolades for that, but go ahead. Continue.
National awards from all over the country. And so what I did, this was just, I thought about it when I was home. I was just thinking about it. Lina could tell you, I wasn't sleeping. Guys out there that own businesses, that's what we went to. I used to walk around the house thinking what I was going to do the next day to survive, to pay my bills, to keep my employees, walking around the house. That's what I was doing. So I came up with what was called Sal Pag's Feed a Nurse program. So what I did every day, I would feed a nurse. She would call for food, no matter what it was, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90. So the first that called in, okay, would get a free meal. The problem was this, Carla, very simple. As a restaurant, as a human being, as somebody that cares, this lady would call me up and I order 4 meals, okay? She would say, my name is Jane. I'm a nurse at Chilton. I like to order some food. Oh, by the way, I'm a nurse. This is my number. And she ordered 4 meals. Now, what do? Do I charge her just for her and I charge for the rest of the family? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. She got 4 dinners. We gave her 4 dinners. How am I going to have the courage and guts to give her 1 meal and then the charge her for the kids who've been home 12 hours by themselves with a babysitter, with a father? So I fed everybody. Right. So the biggest joy that I got was that Jane Doe would call up and say, Sal, I want to sponsor a nurse. Okay. God, Carla, you have no idea how much that worked. So now people will come and say, okay, this is Carla Virola. Hi, Carla, how are you? Yeah, I want to sponsor a nurse. I'll take all your information. How do you want to pay? Credit card. I run the credit card. So then I took all your information. Now, when Nancy O'Reilly picked up her food, I said, Nancy, how are you? I would take a picture and I say, by the way, this food is complimentary from Carla Virola. And I would give her your phone number, your Facebook page and everything. This lady will call you up or go on Facebook or Messenger, say, Carla, thank you very much. So I put the people together. You understand what I did? Faces to faces. Sure. So anybody that got a meal knew who it was from. So
I love it.
Jane Doe would call and say, Carla, thank you very much. I appreciate it. This shows a lot. So she would post it on Facebook. She'll give a message or whatever. So we did that. And to me, the high, Carla, believe me, the high that I got when those nurses, male, female, doctors, whatever, picked up the food, the smile on their face made my day, made my week, made my month. They were the happy. They thanked me a million times. So it's not just giving. You know, it's like, Carla, oh, somebody just send you $1. Okay, somebody giving you 50 cents and hands it to you, and you see the smile on their face, that's all they had, and they give it to you. It makes your day. Carla, I experienced something that every restaurant should experience. I was going through. Now, the problem was I was feeding 1 nurse a day. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I get 24 calls a day. What do I do now? Sal Pag's got a big heart. Lina's got a big heart. But I can't feed 100 people a day on my dime. Follow me? So, Carla, I got sponsors individually in businesses and corporations. Carla, I was feeding 20, 30, 50 nurses a day.
I love it. Yay!
Carla? Now there's people sending me. I'm so proud of my customers. I'm so proud of my merchants. I'm so proud of my local business. Somebody give me $500. Somebody give me $250. Somebody give me $1,000. Somebody give me $500. Wow. I was feeding nurses. Some organization from Connecticut sent me money. I fed 160 nurses at the Chilton Hospital and a nursing home in Boonton, New Jersey. So I was the happiest guy. I went from feeding 1 nurse to 50 a day.
Unbelievable.
Now I could do that because I was getting money. But even most people, in other words, somebody would sponsor me. So Carla Virola is going to sponsor $50. So Jane ordered $85. I'm not going to charge the other $35. You follow me, Carla, what I did? I absorbed the difference.
Look at that. That is unbelievable.
We were going to Englewood Hospital, I don't know, an hour, 10 minutes from me. We went to St. Joseph in Wayne, St. Joseph in Patterson, Chilton, Morristown, Englewood. We were five hospitals and about 5 nursing homes, always delivering food. And dessert at the end. I always give everybody cannolis at the end. So my program got accolades from all over the country. It was called
amazing.
Sal Pag's First Responder Program. And what I did, if let's say Carla V, I give you it as an example. So Carla V Entertainment, right? So you call me up and Sal, it's $100, okay? What I would do on Facebook, promote Carla V Entertainment.
Look at that.
Follow me. So
unbelievable.
Carla, I would go on Facebook and Chapsnet, and I would say, ladies and gentlemen, Nick and Frank or Jane Doe and Laura meals was sponsored by the great entertainment company of Carla V. Please, when you get a chance, give her a shout out. Look her up, carlaventertainment.com. So you see what I was doing? I was supplying a service for my local business people. Lawyers.
So I guess
here is not
You had no fear.
Grocery stores that you call me up. I had what do you call places that sell appliance, Nestico appliance. Send me like $300. Feed anybody that you want. You know, whatever you want to do. So I give them a big shout out. So it was again, when I do something, it's a win-win for everybody. Never to take away. So could you
Oh my
imagine
gosh.
that nurse? Sal, I
Yep.
worked 14 hours double shift. I was in the ICU unit. You have no what I
Oh my
saw.
God.
And she'll pick up meal for food meals for family and have to pay anything. And I would give her a piece of paper, saying this meal for you is sponsored by Carla Virola Entertainment. Then she would call you up, message you, call you. Carla, thank you very much. You're wonderful. I can't believe it. So I was advertising for business that needed business. I was feeding nurses. I was doing business.
Yeah.
Win-win for everybody. I was functioning to work my workers, right? To keep them
Yep.
busy. The nurses were eating, and the sponsors were getting publicity left and right. Carla, win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
We were doing great business, but I don't care about the business. It was the faces, the
Right.
smiles these nurses had on their face.
Yeah.
I was the happiest guy in the world. And the other talking about is the other day, the town accoladed me. They give me a plaque, they give me the key, they give me this, they give me that. It's okay to get that, but that's not what I did it for. A plaque, a key
Yeah.
doesn't do anything for me. To me, it was that I could feed the nurse, now one nurse, because Carla, listen, how do you get the phone and say, hi, my name is Jen? Oh, okay, Jen, you're the first one. When you come in, say you want it. Now Nancy will call me, right? And I will say, Nancy, no, you lost out. How could I do that to a hardworking soldier? They're not nurses. They're soldiers. They were my soldiers. They were my frontline
Yeah.
soldiers. They were keeping us safe. They were saving lives. They were saving your dad, my mom, my cousin, your cousin, my aunt. They were soldiers. How could I do that? So I fed everybody, no matter what the price was. I fed them all.
Unbelievable.
And I did
I
something
love
for
it.
truck drivers, which was very important. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't get the food. And supermarket workers. I ran a special for one day. People driving hours to get. I think I was doing like a tray of pasta, a tray of sausage for $10 each.
Oh my
There was
God. I
people.
love it.
There was people
Oh my
driving
gosh.
over an hour. Could I get 3 trays? Could I get 4 trays? Could I get 2 trays? That was for the essential workers. I ran something for them because the essential workers. And every police department in my area, I fed them all food and cannolis, all of them.
Well, I have a question for you. Did you ever like second guess, because this virus has scared so many people? I think you're kind of like me. We stare the fear down. But did you ever even think for a second at the beginning, I'm not going? I'm just gonna. Were you paralyzed, or were you just you immediately?
No, I stared in the eye. I said, it can't bring me down. It can't hurt me. I was very cautious. My kids were calling me every day. You know, my daughter Carmela and my son Joey. Dad, be careful. Wear your mask. Do what you do. Which I was very, very cautious. We cleaned everything. When people came in to pick up the food 8 feet apart, masks on, gloves on. No, I was never afraid. I believe in it. I believe it's true that it's here, but I was never afraid. They're not gonna keep me down. I was very cautious, but it didn't hold me back. I had a job to do. I was an essential worker. I had a job to do.
I love it.
I had an essential worker.
We're
I
the
had to
same
feed
thing.
these nurses. I had to feed these soldiers. You don't mind me calling them. They were soldiers. I had to feed the doctors. I had to feed the people in the nursing homes. I had to feed them. That was my job. I had a job to do. They had their job in the hospital. I had my job. How's a car gonna run with no gas in it? How's a nurse gonna do her job without food in her stomach, without feeding her kids, her husband? So no, I was very, very cautious. Don't forget, this is what restaurant owners do. They're cautious. We take courses how to be clean, how to sanitize everything. Why is the government telling us what to do? We've been doing it for years. I've been doing it for 40 years. Well, how is he going to tell me how to sanitize my restaurant, how to do this and how to do that? I keep my restaurant. I have the cleanest restaurant in the United States. And if anybody wants to come and check it out, let them check it out. I dare anybody to come in and say that I don't have the cleanest restaurant. We sanitize. We are very, we sanitize everything. We're very clean. We take our stuff seriously. So,
well, I love that.
There was some fear, but I stared in the eye. I said, they're soldiers. How about them? At least I'm not working with a COVID person. I'm looking with a healthy person. I'm giving them food. The nurses were working with sick people that are ready to die. That might give it to them.
God,
and I gotta stop what I'm doing. No, I will survive. I was a survivor when I was 5. I'm a survivor when I was 10. I'm a survivor when I was 20, when I was 40. I'm a survivor. Nothing will stop me from running my restaurant, taking care of my workers and taking care of my customers and helping my community to grow and grow and grow. We're strong. We're Americans. We don't give
I
up.
love it. I love it.
And
Sal,
also,
you're
I
a
have
go-getter.
something that a lot of people don't have. I have passion for everything that I do.
Yeah.
If anybody knows that, it's Carla V. Because Carla V seen me in action. So, folks,
I know it.
passion is my life for everything. For everything.
I love it.
For my family, for my business, for my workers, for my friends, for everything I do, I have passion for it. It's in my life. It's in my dictionary.
Hey, look, we got some people in the chat that are starting to float in here.
Sure.
Jean Piero, my friend. Jean, woohoo! How you doing, Jean? I can help. Blessings, Sal and Carla. Okay, so let's have Jean type whatever you want to type here and share it with Sal, and I'll let me share this on the screen
Does
here.
she have a question?
And, Jean owns a radio station
beautiful.
down in Central Jersey, I guess. I don't know, Central South Jersey there, Jean. We love that you can help. So Jean, I'm trying to become you when I grow up. I'm doing this little kind of podcast. I'm trying to get the messaging out, really just for positive energy to the universe, because we have a lot of negative stuff going on there in the world, and a lot of people are scared. And
negativity, guys, we must be positive. We're better than that. Negativity will bring everybody down. We must be positive. We must love each other.
Yeah.
Love's got to come back. Love's got to come back. We've got to be passionate.
Amen.
Love and I think. No negativity.
Yeah.
No negativity. Never. I get rid of all my friends that are negative. I got to be with them positive. Positive.
No, you're going to throw yourself.
Shoot for the stars.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Jean, I love you too. And he's in Robbinsville. I guess that's kind of near Pennsylvania. I don't know. It's right on the screen there. And he said, stay positive, and you go, girl. So yes, we are staying positive.
Very positive.
Well, so I will just share with the audience that obviously Sal, I perform at Lina's Ristorante. I like to say it Italian player. Thank you. And the interesting thing with social media, Sal, is that we never really met, but you kind of saw me on Facebook.
Exactly.
And then you were connected to the same musicians community, and you reached out, and then I came over, and we've had a great partnership, I guess, for many years.
Quite a few years. We have such a working relationship that we're unbelievable the way we work each other. We're very good to each other. We understand each other. We work very well. You know how to work a room. Absolutely. You know how to work an audience. You're great at what you do. You know what the restaurant is all about. You come to my restaurant. You start with such beautiful dinner music. Around 8:30, we move it up a notch. By 9:30, 10 o'clock, we're rocking the place. We get funky like you never got funky before.
That's right. Funky sister was in the house.
Carla knows how to work the room. She's a professional. And I always judge people two ways, professionally and personally. There could be some great singers that I had at the restaurant, but I never had them back. Carla is, never mind that she's a great singer. We all know that. Carla's a great person. So to me, that's very, very important. She's a dynamite, kind, works with you, gentle. I mean, she's just the person you want to perform at your restaurant. That's all I have to say. I don't even know. Well, it's been like 4 or 5 years, I think, Carla, that you performed in my restaurant.
It's been a minute. Yeah, it feels like a while. Yeah. And I have to tell you, though, I kind of got scared so I did have my moment of fear before, I started to come out into the world with this mask, and then I replaced it with this blingy mask. But so I didn't know what was going to go down. I had the virus, I didn't know I had the virus, but I was very sick. And then I recovered, and then the nursing homes, like yourself, they started to call me and say, would you come and entertain? And I didn't think twice. I'm kind of like you, Sal. I said, okay, as long as I'm protected, I've got my mask, I went out there, and I put the smile on the poor people's faces who have been, sequestered for how long. And one of them, I'm going to bring her on in a future show. She's a healthcare worker, and she's phenomenal. Cynthia is her name. She basically said to me, because I said to her, they put me right outside the door, so I couldn't go inside, basically. And I said to her, you guys are first responders. God bless you. And she goes, do you realize you're a first responder too? So Sal, we are sort of first responders.
And music is what we need during pandemic. Music is the heart and soul of everybody. Music is the international language. Music is what calms everybody. Music is what brings everybody together. Music is just for half hour, an hour, two. You're calm, you're tranquil, you're happy, you're in a different world. Music is the best thing. And music for a restaurant is not an expense. It's an investment, guys. Yeah. You guys that own restaurants out there, oh, she charges me $300 or $500. Not talking about Carl, anybody. Oh, they're $1,000. Guys, you don't get it. Music is not an expense. It's an investment that you make for your business. It's going to pay off on the long run. Music is like the puzzle. You know, you got quality food. I got reasonable prices. I got spotless clean. I got good service. And then I need something else to complement everything that I have. Right? Those are my four foundations. I'm going to repeat them for me. That's what they were. Quality food, reasonable prices, spotless clean always, and good service. Now you add music to that, and you got a home run. You just hit a home run.
Oh my God.
Anybody of those restaurants out there, if you can, and you got the space, hire anybody, Carla, Nick, Frank, whatever. Music is not an expense. Okay? Music is an investment
you get it. I know you get it,
your business. You got that, folks? Yep. And so that's the way I see it. To me, I already had the puzzle. I already had my four foundation. Okay. So once you got those four foundations, which every restaurant should have, okay, and I'm going to repeat them so the restaurant owners know what they are. One, quality food. Can't start with junk. Okay. You got to start with quality food. Don't kill them with the price, especially in this pandemic. Have reasonable prices. Keep your restaurant clean, sanitize, very important. Give them great service, good service. And now you add music to that? Guys, you hit a home run. Don't pay me for this advice. You just hit a home run, okay? A lot of people don't realize it. That they think, oh, it's expensive. Not expensive. It's bringing you business. It's exposing you. And don't forget, Carla, you know this better than anybody else. When you and I, when you play in my place, I'm going to give you an example. That's not the case. We always have people there. We always do. We got to set out. Folks, when I have Carla, we have sold out every night. But let me bring an example. Let's say you're there and I got 4 people, right, Carla, that are watching you at night. Forget about the 4 people. I'm videotaping you. Those 4 people. You just got 100,000 people watching you. So now that restaurant just got 100,000 new people eyes on the restaurant.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I share it to Carla. Carla shares it. I share it to Biagio. Biagio shares it. I share it to Lina. She shares it. I share it to Bruce. He shares it, right? Next thing you know, you got 150,000 people that just saw Carla and just saw your restaurant. Guys, music is not an expense. It's an investment.
So with that, I'm going to actually turn off our cameras because I want to put a commercial on for your business that I put together, and I'll share it with you at the end of the show so you could put it on your page. Guys, get yourself to Bloomingdale, New Jersey, to Sal and Lina's restaurant, Lina's Ristorante.
With open arms. We sanitize everything, socially distance every table, and we always wear masks. You're welcome at Lina's.
There you go. All right, let's turn off our cameras here. Me dancing again. So Sal, a couple of things in that video. I kind of highlighted that you guys received an award recently in Key to the City. So share with the listeners what went down, and then I've got one more thing before we sign off. And tell us what happened.
The commission in town, the mayor and the councilman. I guess they all follow social media, right? And they kind of saw what Lina and I were doing, and they called us up, and we had an event outside. They gave us a nice plaque to recognize what we did. All the nurse soldiers.
Yeah.
Soldiers, you guys fought our war. What we did for the soldiers, and they called us up and they give a nice plaque and they give us the key to the town to Bloomingdale, New Jersey. With all that said, Carl, it's appreciated. You know me well. It's appreciated. I love the key. I love the plaque. But that's not why I do it for. I did it for the nurses, for the first responders. Like I told you, their faces when they picked up the food, the smile, those smiles, those faces will stay with me until the day I die. They think that I made their day by giving them food. No, they made my day by their smile and stuff like that. So it was all worth it. I'll do it again. Remember, they're not workers anymore. They're soldiers. They fought our war. So we got to stick with them. You still there, Carla? Yeah. Carla, you still there?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm glad you got that picture there. That's what, talking about music, you know what I've been doing for the last 2 or 3 years. So go ahead. You ask me some questions, whatever. That's Biagio, the singer, the famous Italian singer. We do shows together. We promote the Italian heritage, culture through music. We've done, I believe, 8 shows already. And what we do is we bring singers from Italy, from all over Italy, from the United States, local. We put them together and we do shows. We just did a big one last Sunday, which was our 2nd annual Columbus Day celebration. So that's what we do. We're trying to bring our Italian culture. We're trying to keep it, maintain it through music. It's working out. We're passionate about what we do. We do it just for one reason, to sustain and keep our Italian heritage in the United States. That's all we're doing.
Yeah, no, I saw
one of the with the jackets on. That says it all.
Yeah, I saw the Ecumbare, his version of Ecumbare. That was great.
And that's what we try to do. We've been very successful. We grew within a year or two. We become very, very, very big in the tri-state area, in Italy, in the United States, because we do everything first class. We do it right. And the best thing about it, it's not about money. We don't do it for the money. Never any money. Never. We do it because we want to keep our heritage and we love music. And one way to keep our heritage and culture is through music.
I love it. Listen, tell my listeners and my viewers here, tell them what's next for Lina's and for your work with Biagio and the Italian American community.
Right. We got a lot going on, of course, right now. Only thing that I regret, that the better half is not here. And Carla knows that firsthand. I'm not just saying that. No credit to me. Lina, my wife, Pags, the beautiful Lina, is the heart and soul of Lina's restaurant. She goes out of her way to please everybody and help everyone any which way they can. She's just wonderful, beautiful, and she's got a bigger heart than me, believe it or not. I'm just a little, not upset, not surprised that she couldn't be here, but few things happened, but she's going to come on with Carl in the next few weeks. It just happened the way it happened, that she's working and stuff like that. So what we do, I made myself a promise that we're at 25% right now at the restaurant. We're complying with that. As soon as we go to 50%, I will bring Carla back at the restaurant and many other people. I will make it work. I don't know how yet, but I will make it work financially. So as soon as we go 50%, Carla, and I have no idea when that's going to be. No idea. We're going to have...
listen, I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it. I'm doing this.
I'm going to have a lot of singers, because believe it or not, they need to work. These guys need to work. A lot of them don't have regular jobs. They need to work. So I'll bring all my singers. I have about 20, 30 singers that I deal with. I'm going to bring them in. As soon as we go to 50%, I work a deal with them, because at 50% is still not be enough to support a singer for my restaurant. But we're going to get a singer going in. As soon as it's 100%, then we're going to blow up and do singers. And then next year, of course, we're going to do big outside. And then right now, we just, like I said, with me and Biagio, we just did a big show last week. We've done 2 big shows for the Italian celebration. The next big show is going to be Sunday, February 14th, which will be our 5th 5th annual Valentine dinner dance. Okay, 5th
Wonderful.
annual Valentine. And I'm not gonna tell you where yet, but I'm just gonna tell you this. Local, it's close to my restaurant. It's centrally located in North Jersey. And I think I'm gonna give it away right now. It's the most beautiful venue in New Jersey. No, I'm wrong. Sorry about that. It's the most beautiful place in the United States. No. Sorry, Carla. I'm wrong. It's the most beautiful venue in the world. By me telling you that,
Yeah.
I just told you where we're having it. Okay, so we got a lot of big things for the restaurant. Like I said, as soon as we go 50%, gotta get all my work, all my music back, because they need to work. The heart and soul, the two most industries that got hurt. Carla, you're gonna agree with this. That got destroyed. The business, the restaurant business, the service business, right? Service. And the singers, the performers,
Right.
actors,
It's terrible.
singers, anything that look at the shows in New York, it's still closed. Guys, we gotta help these guys out. We gotta help service restaurants, any kind of service restaurant business, and we gotta help any artist. As long as you're an artist, you need help. So we gotta do that. So I got my big show on February 14th. We're also gonna do something at the restaurant. As soon as we go 50%, we're gonna go back with the restaurant with the music. And then of course, when we go 175%, and then Carla, I promise Carla is gonna be the first one back. We're gonna have a big grand opening for the restaurant.
Oh, I love it.
And from then on, we're just gonna blow up. And I hope that everybody does well, pays the bill. And guys, like I said, support
Stay healthy.
your local businesses by buying gift certificates. Remember, they're all hurting. The main problem that restaurant owners, business owners, is cash flow. If you guys that are in business, you guys know the magic word in business, cash flow. These businesses don't have any cash flow. So please, I urge you, I demand of you, I beg of you, any business, doesn't have to be a restaurant, any kind of business, please go get your gift certificate, especially for Christmas. Because once they get the money in advance, they're gonna pay state tax, property tax, unemployment tax. They're gonna pay all the taxes.
Right.
They're gonna pay the employees, they're gonna pay the electric, pay the gas, pay the purveyors. Now they have it in advance. So you have no idea how big that is when you go buy gift certificates. So please, I beg of you, support the local businesses. They need your help.
And you keep staying in faith and positivity and
we got to stay
in
positive.
health. And
to me, the glass is always half full. I don't believe it half empty. It's always half full. We need negativity. We need love. We got to like each other. Screw politics. Don't look at the guy. Oh, do you know how many friends of mine do I have that are the opposite that I am on my beliefs, Carla? They're still my friends.
Sure.
They're still my friends.
I know.
We go out to dinner. I talk to them. We go places. Okay, guys, no matter what party you are, you're friends. That should be first. Politics is last. And remember, whoever gets elected November 3rd, you guys have to go to work on the 4th. Doesn't matter. Not gonna change your
That's
life.
right.
Whoever wins, for me, November 4th, I'm going to work. Carla's going to work. John is going to work. So why do you go crazy over it? Family and friends, stick together. Put love back in your family. Love in your dictionary. And positivity. Get rid of people that are negative. Get them out of your lives. We're better than that.
I am so with you. I'm so with you on that, Sal. I mean, on that note,
friends help friends. We must stick together. Small business, stick together. Family, stick together. Friends, gotta help each other.
Right. We, it's funny because you kind of, it's the pink elephant in the room. I don't want to talk politics because I think it is divisive.
Never.
But
I'm just saying that you gotta be friends. You cannot befriend a friend that different party from you. That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
No, but it's good to address it, Sal, because at the end of the day, you are right. We are not just left or right. We are Americans. We got to come together. We've been through so much. No matter what your belief system is, this is the greatest country on the planet. I'm sorry to sound like a nationalist, but whatever.
There's not even a second. There's no second best country. It's America. Yeah. That's it. I also want to give a big shout out to all my loyal customers. As you know, I bought Lina August 6, 1983. All the customers have become my friends. When we went to delivery and pickups, I had people picking up from an hour away, an hour and a half away. Pennsylvania, South Jersey, Central Jersey. I had a couple that came to my restaurant 30 straight nights I picked up food. Carla,
Wow.
did you get that?
That's amazing.
30 straight nights. And another thing,
They were
besides
down
my
to get
loyal
some good food.
customers, I have loyal customers. Besides that, they came in and bought food.
Mhm.
Each one left never less than $20 tip for my workers. While I was closed for a la carte, but I was open for to go and pick up some deliveries, I had put a tip jar. Everybody that came in left a $20 tip more for my workers. At the end of the night, what I did, I got that money. We split them. They split it amongst themselves. So everybody went home with an extra $50, $60 each, $40 each. So thank you. You guys, I mean, if I had to name everybody, Carla, I need like 2 days to name all my customers. They all came through. Lina and Sal, Lina's restaurant, have the loyalist, most loyal customers in the world. I'm telling you, that's a fact. You have no idea how much they helped us financially. There was a guy from Wayne. I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
He bought food every week, 2-3 times a week. After he left, he gave me $50 bill to me, a $50 bill. I said, what's this? That's for you to pay your bills. Do whatever you got to do. Feed a nurse, pay your bill, pay your work. I said, you sure that's for me? So I got the money. I was ready to put in a tip jar. The guy said, no. You don't understand. He said, that's for you to do whatever you want, for you to continue business. Then before he left, he got another $20 and he put in a tip jar. So this guy, Frank, I believe was his name, every time he picked up food, besides that he spent for food, would leave the restaurant $70, $20 for the workers and $50 for me. But what do you want me to do with it? He said, you got to feed a nurse. You got to pay your bills, pay your water, pay your taxes, whatever you got to do. This is how we got through. I started initially.
Amen.
I am the guy that starts everything. But if I don't have the followers, where am I going to go? Carla, how true is that? You're the greatest singer in the world, but you got no followers. Where you going? I mean, I'm the one that me and Lina initiate everything, but I need the followers. I need the people, to do what I implement. And all my customers came through in so many ways that I could literally write a book about it. You have no idea how these guys came through. I'm telling you, these amazing people. Like you said, we're Americans. Americans are the strongest people. We're resistant. We're resilient. We are strong. We got to stick together. We could do this. We are going to come this pandemic. In a year from now, a year and a half, we're going to be stronger than ever. The economy is going to be strong. We're going to be strong. Carla's going to be singing all over the world. I will be all over the world. Lina's will be at top of the chart. So we're going to make it together, guys. We're going to make it. Stay positive. That's right. Positive. God bless America. We live in the greatest country in the world. Hands down. Hands down. Carla, when we sing at the restaurant, I always got the American flag behind you guys, right? We always support. Guys, America. What's back there?
There it is. There it is. Right Italia and
the America in the middle and 2 Italian flags on the side.
There you go. Well, listen, you know what? Oh, Gene Pirro is telling me to contact him. I'm going to contact you, Gene. It's been a long time. Janet Marrow. Hey, Janet, how are you doing? Legends Bar and Grill of Kings Park. I'm not sure what that means, but Kings Park, Long Island. Yeah, you know what? So I'm blessed to be an artist.
Carl, I know that restaurant owners could do everything on their own. I have trust. I have faith. But if anybody wants any ideas, anyway, please contact me. I'm on Facebook. I got pages everywhere. Contact me. You need an idea. Your business not doing too well. I'll be glad to help you out. No charge. I've been doing this. I'm going on my first official business was 1974, and Lina's is my 5th restaurant. So I don't know if you folks know that. I opened, started, and built 5 restaurants. Lina was my 5th. So if you folks need any help with your restaurant, any ideas what to do, give me a call, contact me. I'll be glad to help you any which way I can. I have great ideas. I always succeed in everything that I do. I work hard. I'm honest. You got to be honest. That's the main thing. Work hard and be honest, and everything comes back to you. Everything comes back to you. The Lord will give it back to you.
You are so on point with that.
This just so they know, the pandemic, I jumped on it. Like I said to you, I jumped on it probably on the 12th. But with all that said, I've done like 10 pasta. I've done 10 fundraisers. I've raised over $250,000. So this is what I do.
That's amazing.
I give back to my community. I give back to people. I help anybody which I can. So the pandemic to help came in easy. Like, I didn't even think about it. That's what I do. Somebody's in trouble, Lina and Sal help. Somebody needs help, Lina and Sal help. That's what we do. So it was an easy fit for me, you know. And like I said, probably I've done many things, Carla. I could say the pandemic, my Sal Pags feed responder program was the best thing I ever did. Now, with all that said, I also have my Sal Pags toy drive, which a couple of years ago I raised 5,000 toys. So I've done a lot of things, a lot of give back, but this one was the biggest one because I got a lot of satisfaction from it. Watching those nurses,
You had a lot of scared people out there.
watching those nurses picking up food for the entire family, it was unbelievable. So one guy, one more story, a gentleman picked up food. He picked up 4 dinners. And he said, I said, no charge. It's for a nurse. He says, no. He says, you don't understand. My daughter's a nurse, not me. I'm just picking up the food because she's still at work. So I pick up the food. We go home and we eat. There was 4 dinners. Me and that gentleman, we were having it out, Carla. This is the type of guy that's out there, and me that's out there. We were fist fighting. He wanted to pay, and I didn't want him to pay. No, finally I won. But you see what I'm saying? They don't take advantage. The guy says, no, I work. It's for my daughter. I say, you don't understand. I don't care. You still got a meal on me. Why should I? One should pay, and that should. I didn't feel right if he paid. We're fighting. Literally took half. I said, guys, you got to go. You got to go eat. We're not fighting anymore. So that's how the kind of people that are out there, and that's the kind of owner. We're literally fist fighting who pays and not pays. If he wanted to pay because he felt bad, I said, no, you're not giving me a dime. You know, so I won the battle. I was so glad. So that's what it's all about. It's giving back. Guys, all the listeners that are listening, try giving back. Try giving back. Read some of my articles. Go onto my page and see some of the stuff that I did, and you'll feel better. When I die, I'm going to be the happiest guy in the world. I give back hundreds and hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, but I feel good. I'm with God. I'm like peace. I'm in peace. Look, I did good. Everybody's got my own number. Everybody's got my cell number. Give back. You guys have no idea the satisfaction you get when you give back to a homeless, a guy that needs $10, a guy that needs a jacket, whatever it is. Try that. Try give it. You know, tomorrow, just buy somebody's online, buy their coffee, see how well you feel. Or police officers getting coffee, buy their coffee. When you go home, you got to be jumping up and down. Giving is the best thing that you could do. I'm telling you, listen to me.
Sal, you're an amazing person, and you and Lina, and you guys are always giving and supportive and giving back to the community, and that's the reason why I wanted to interview you guys. So MusicLive, this podcast, and Janet, I'm going to get to you in a second. This podcast is really dedicated to all the small businesses or just business owners out there who are trying to make it happen, who are just kind of, we're dusting off and we're lifting up and we're keeping moving forward. And even though when people say, aren't you scared to go out there? No, we're not, because
be cautious.
You have one life.
Be cautious. And guys,
be cautious,
everybody out there, you got to support 2 other industries that got killed with this pandemic. The music and the restaurants. Guys, work with them. Help them out any which way you can. They got destroyed, and nobody's helping them. And they don't make a lot of money. They work hard for very little money. So work with them. Restaurant owners, as soon as you get back on your feet, remember, music is an investment. Call Carla, call Nick, call Biagio, call Frank, right? We got to stick together, folks. We got to stick together. The only regret that I have today, that the heart and soul, like I said, Lina Pags was not here today because she's much eloquent speaker than I am too. So hope you have her, so you can have just you and her, Carla, in the near future. She'll be glad to be on. I know she missed this.
I will definitely. So MusicLive is a podcast about the restaurant industry, and all things related to music, obviously, healthcare, first responders, artists. So I will definitely get Lina on again, because we're going to definitely keep addressing it. So Janet, just to address your chat with us here on Facebook, yes, if you could put me in touch with the restaurant that you're talking about, Legends, I think you said, definitely. I'm interviewing restaurant owners and people who are, Laurelyn Castrogiovanni. Okay, beautiful. I'm definitely, kind of highlighting restaurants and people across the tri-state area. Sal and Lina's restaurant is in Bloomingdale, New Jersey, but it's the tri-state area. And we just want to keep bringing awareness to these wonderful establishments. They're still there. They're still kicking it. They're still putting out that wonderful service and food, and their staff is amazing. Every time I sing there, I'm like, give a round of applause to your servers and to the staff at whatever restaurant I'm at, because what they do is they walk into harm's way. They do it safely, as we said, with masks and stuff, but it takes a special kind of person to kind of just, stare down what we've all faced, which is, unheard of since the 1900s, right? So, so that being said, thank you for that, Janet. Jean Pirro, I will be reaching to you, and I'll let Sal say
on behalf of Lina, on behalf of Lina's Restaurant, my staff, me, all my workers, all you listeners, and every restaurant out there, and every musician out there. We want to thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts for the service that you're doing. You're doing a big, great service to the restaurant owners that need it and the musicians. This podcast is tremendous, tremendous. You should be rewarded for this. I wish you lots of luck, all the luck in the world. You're doing a great job. You were wonderful. We love you. And all the restaurant owners, please contact Carla to sing at your place. And everybody stick together. And we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because again, everybody does their service. You're doing your job, your service right now, helping us out and the music industry. Right. From the bottom of our hearts, ti ringraziamo molto. Grazie molto, Carla. Sei fenomenale, sei brava, sei grande, brava cantante, una brava persona. Con tutto diciamo, forza Carla.
Forza Italia, forza Sal and Lina. All right, I'm going to send you off with applause again here. I don't know if you can hear that. Maybe not. Well, you hear it in the final final version of this podcast.
Anybody needs any advice, just give me a call. I'll be glad to help you out with each way I can. Okay, all restaurant owners, any advice, I'm all ears.
Awesome. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Take care, Sal. We love you.
Ciao.
Be good. Bye.
Ciao. Grazie. Ciao.
Ciao. All right. Oh, and Blaze, thank you you guys are awesome. Let me take my comments down here and let's wrap it up. Hey, that was a good show today. I really had a lot of fun. I'm getting more relaxed here. That was my second episode. And coming up, I'm going to reveal who the next guest will be. Let me just hold on one second. I'm sharing my desktop. So let's drag this video in here and let's show you who's going to come up next. Where's my desktop video? Here we go. All right, it's called Queuing It Up, Teeing It Up. But let's play the commercial, if you will, and let's do it through here. Actually, let me upload it here. So I'll just talk a little bit more. So that was really insightful and I think very inspirational. Sal and Lina are two very, very wonderful people. They, when they believe in you, as he said, he kind of met me, and I'm kind of like him. We shoot straight from the hip, and we take care of people. We're nurturers. We're definitely givers, as they say in the artistic community, and they are phenomenal people. As in addition to restaurant owners and stuff. And the purpose of this show really is to talk to so. A couple of years back, I said, okay, I want to have a lot of Facebook followers because that's what they say I should do as an artist. And my agents, that's the other thing. I've been auditioning like crazy for modeling and acting jobs from my home, which is crazy. But it's been an interesting time. And, it's about how you pivot, how you adapt. And yes, it's scary times, but I have to say, in the face of adversity, you take your mask. Last week I was with Disco Unlimited as Funky Sister, so I wore my blingy mask. And you just go out into the world and you say a prayer. And, obviously you stay safe and you wear your mask and you social distance. But we've got to stay connected. Humans need that touch. So that's the reason why I'm doing MusicLive. And, well, I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I have more guests coming up. Let's show you who's next. Who's going to be featured next. All right. So Anthony's Cheesecake will be joining us on October 31st, a Halloween spooktacular show. And they were just recently featured, along with our first guest in episode 1, Buco's Ristorante, or restaurant. They were featured in the magazine, Montclair magazine, and their recipes were featured in this magazine. They recently celebrated 10 years. And again, another wonderful restaurant giving back to the community, with their wonderful talent of gift of food and presentation and their staff. They have music, live music as part of their offering as well. And guys, support your local businesses. These are crazy times, but we will get past them. We should stay positive. And I say, as I sign off here, stay blessed, stay safe, and please continue to stay in music. We'll see you soon on the next version of episode of Music Live. That would be episode 3, woohoo, with Anthony's Cheesecake. All right, guys, have a wonderful afternoon. Love you guys. Carla V Entertainment.